I'm gonna be really pissed off if Netflix cancels this show. Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It's me, Ann Eldis. If I sound a little weird, it's because I'm recording this in my car because I live with 3 other people. They're all sleeping right now, and I don't want to wake them up by my excitement of talking about this show. Which I guess that sentence right there spoils how I'm feeling about it so far. Which is that, holy shit, is this show actually much better than I thought it was going to be. Admittedly, after episode 1, I was kind of on the fence of whether it was going to be good, bad, okay, decent, mediocre. Because as good as the start of episode 1 was, there were little things that I was afraid of. Sonic himself being kind of obnoxious. It felt like he was a character that was trying too hard to be funny for the sake of just being funny for, I guess, the audience and not taking it seriously. But holy shit, did that change after episode 2 as he started to realize how serious the situation is and realizing that all of this was his fault. I'm not trying to get too much into it because I don't want to spoil it. I will do that at the end of the end of this series, I guess, or the end of season 2, or whenever this problem that they're in is fixed. Because that was another thing. I thought they were actually going to have some kind of conclusion, but oh boy, does it seem like they haven't even scratched the surface with this lore. And I'm really in for it. Admittedly, not all the episodes were great. I love the first 3 episodes, especially episode 2 and 3. Those 2 episodes really take the moment to let the other characters shine and not just Sonic, especially the other characters. And I love Rusty Amy herself, or Rusty Rose as she's called. I love how she's not very cheap or generic. She's actually just like a reliable threat that Sonic has to face. And I like a lot of the tough choices that he's forced to face in this series, as well as this weird mystery that was going on with Shadow, who's definitely in the background. And then even now, it's not fully revealed what's going on with him, but I like how they're like hinting it throughout the entire season until the final scene where it's like, oh, yeah, Sonic, you fucked up. And I can't say how I feel about Shadow's portrayal because we just have not seen much of him. He's probably only like 3 minutes of the entire season, like 3 total minutes of the entire season, if that. But yet, what we have seen, it does give a good light. Because while Shadow is basically kicking Sonic's ass every single time they're like face to face or he's yelling at him, it's justifiable. Even in the last scene we seen Shadow in, he's not just mad at Sonic because it's Sonic. He's mad at Sonic because Sonic unintentionally caused all of this problems. Which I don't think is much of a spoiler because that was revealed in the trailer. But basically, Shadow's anger, it's very righteous. It's very justified. I would be pissed off if I was Shadow too, because Shadow is now stuck in this mess even after trying to warn Sonic about it. And Sonic just simply didn't listen. Which is definitely the going theme they're running with in this show, is that Sonic's character, I think this is going to be the growth, is that he had never listened or never paid attention because he was always about winning and going fast. And now realizing that doing both of those things caused him to be in this mess, and now is trying to fight back to go back to this world that he loved, that he never fully appreciated. And I really, really like that. No, it isn't. There are flaws. There are some jokes that I felt like were really dumb because any other version of Sonic would have done this because it's literally just dumb. And some of the episodes weren't the best. Like, I love the first 3 episodes, especially 2 and 3. And then 4 was fine. And then 5 was just mediocre, which was the world that they were in, the plants with all the trees and everything. I just didn't really get into that episode. And honestly, didn't really prove much value, except I guess like Sonic having a lesson of appreciating the memories rather than what the item is, or something beyond that line. Because another thing of the series is they all look at a palm tree, which is the symbol of hope. But Sonic never really appreciated it until, well, episode 5, until he started to acknowledging what that palm tree actually means. And I don't like the way they did it, or I wasn't into it. Like, there were some good moments with Amy just being a badass, but also it was annoying because Tails was just this growling, like, like this growling, mindless goblin or something, and the others just couldn't fight. Because that's the thing, when you go to the New World with the Resistance, they're fucking badass. They're just kicking ass, fighting with Sonic, keeping up with him, and very reliable. Then you get to the other two worlds, and they're like being trained to fight, or they can fight, so you lose a lot of that, and it's just waiting for Sonic to save them a lot of the times. And while it makes sense, it also gets really, I don't know, boring or annoying. Like, it's one of those things where you have all of these characters that have known to be able to fight, and now you're forced to see them not being able to fight, or they're learning how to fight. Because that's why I really love the Resistance. It was like seeing this breath, you know, like this fresh breath of relief that they don't just need Sonic. Because this was the issue of Sonic Forces, where all hope seemed lost without Sonic, while here at the Resistance, they are fighting strong and as hard as they can without him. With or without him. And I love that. So it's like they make you fall in love with this one world, but brush aside the other two that you really don't have full time to adjust. Now, to be fair, we haven't really got into a conclusion when it came to the pirate world. I'm pretty sure the plant island world we went into is one and done, unless they have to go back to get the shards, because we haven't really seen anything more since that episode. I think it's only one episode of the entire season, which is 8 episodes. So, not really for sure what's going on there, but I gotta say, overall, I really do like this. So far, I'm really loving this series. The fight scenes, always happening. I love that. The fight scenes happen and they're worth something. Now, some fight scenes are better than others, but they're all amazing. They feel smooth, the animation is amazing, the attention and details, they really maximize what these characters can do, especially Sonic, and every fight scene is amazing. I love them all. It is just generally something I have long missed and am so excited to see and looking forward to see more. I can't wait to see Shadow in combat because I know that's going to look amazing, because the CGI in this show is amazing. The animation is beautiful, and that weirdness that I talked about in the last episode doesn't happen as much, actually, after the second episode. I don't know why. I don't know. It slowly goes away. But overall, great series. If you haven't watched it, give it a watch. Whether you're a Sonic fan or not, you might actually have... You will definitely find... I think that giving this show a chance is worth it. Just giving it, whether you're a Sonic fan or not. If you're a Sonic fan, you're definitely going to love it. If you're not, I say give it a shot, because there is something going on here. It is so amazing. I miss Rouge. I miss Rouge in Sonic Boom. I wish that she was in it, but I was so happy to see her in Sonic Prime, and she's definitely a very compelling character. They're all very good. The voice acting is good. The actors really seem to love their parts. They all play an essential role to the story, and there is something to take from each of them, especially Tails. And I do like the relationship with the real Resistance Tails, or 9 is what he calls himself, 9 and Sonic. I really like the relationship between them, and I really can't wait to see how they dig more into the series. I'm really excited for season 2. I hate that I bench watched the entire season because now I have nothing to watch more and I have to wait. But yet Netflix already charged me, so I have to stick with it for another month. So it's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I'm probably gonna rewatch the season again, or play it in the background while I play video games later today, because it is amazing. I love it, and I hate that I watched the whole thing. It's amazing. I love so far season 1. So with that being said, I'm getting season 1 in 8 out of 10. So confidently. It's not perfect. There are the one episode 5 is what definitely brings the score down, but overall it is a fun experience. It has something going for it, and this series alone just being this massive improvement, especially having the hype up from Sonic the Hedgehog 2, from Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Origins, and then to this, it lived up to it. Now, I guess the only thing people might disagree on is the portrayal of Sonic himself. I am still debating if I like him or not this way, but I will say he was enjoyable for the most part and didn't ruin the experience for me. So 8 out of 10, 7.5, 8 out of 10, final score. Give it a watch. It is amazing. I'm so excited for season 2, and holy damn, are we in for a treat. I still like, no hate to this cast, I still like the original ones better. It would have been nice to see them act out in this show, but the new cast is nothing to be ashamed of. They did very well, and I can't wait to see more of them in Sonic Prime. So that's about it. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I post videos as often as I can. I am going to turn on the car now to go shopping because it is literally like 30 degrees out and I am freezing my ass off to record this video. But this is just the life you have when you are just a small channel wanting to record and you have an apartment with 3 other roommates. And as always, till next time, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bang, bang, bang.